it's so cool just how crazy things happen to get you into the next moment of your life. Going to Greece, quitting your job as a pit trader, really loving yourself enough to quit that job, to get out of that toxic environment, going on a vacation to Greece, meeting someone who is shooting a Louis Vuitton short film in a bar, and you accepting it, but it was you saying yes too, which is a separate topic. I just love it. I love the fact that there are people out there saying yes to the next thing. And it reminds me that any twist and turn in your life can bring you exactly where you need to be. And I think that that is one of the greatest things about how God works.
Absolutely. I mean, you never know what you're being prepared for by diving into something that's presented to you. And I think retroactively, that makes perfect sense. When I look at being on set for LVMH, like, you learn how to produce short films. Okay, that's cool. I just was like, I love fashion. I love the umbrella brand under the LVMH company. Like, this is just a cool way to travel and make things look beautiful with fun people. Fast forward to the third year of working with Henry, and we had to produce a leadership tool for companies that wanted Henry's content. And there was a way to do it that was predictable, and there was a way to do it which was Henry. It's been our approach from the very beginning. People don't need more of what's already available, so let's figure out how to surprise them in a way that they'll really be pleased by. And so thinking back, I was like, well, we could shoot this in a studio. You could be on a green screen. You could have a whiteboard. Like, this is what you need to do, X, Y, Z. Or we could shoot it as a documentary that people actually want to watch, using stories around the world to really exhibit what these skills mean. And he was open to it, which speaks to his fearless courage. But he's like, do you think you could pull this off? I was like, totally, why
I
not?
got that. I got this.
So we had that conversation in December. And in January, we filmed 12 episodes of a documentary series in 13 different countries. And I produced, directed, and we shot the whole thing. And we pre-sold it to a company. So we knew we had a deadline and we knew we had a budget. And once we had those things, partnered with this vision that was talk to the experts around the world, have beautiful footage, and make this really interesting and entertaining, then we were able to do it. And so January 3rd, we were on a plane to Panama City to film our first episode. And I would have never probably thought about doing it that way. And I surely would have never known how to do it that way if it weren't for all of the short films that we shot for LVMH. Just being on a set, knowing how to light, knowing how to frame, knowing the logistics involved in pulling off international production. And so it was a prep step.
I love it. I love it. Everything you're saying, I love it. I love that out of the box thinking. I love just doing it. I love it doing it doing it not knowing every single thing that's going to happen, but that's okay. You'll figure it out. I just love that. So thank you for kind of shifting a little bit.
The God prepping thing, I think, like, there are never going to be a shortage of opportunities. People will always have ideas. There will always be something you can do. And you never really know what you should do because the next thing may not make sense. And for me, the more responsible thing isn't what generally makes sense for me. And there's a book called The Power of a Whisper that I read probably like 6 or 7 years ago that was really fundamental in my faith journey. And it talks about how God speaks to you when you're in moments of uncertainty and you don't really know what to do. And I mean, I think from the beginning, the way that I've made my choices has come back to that. And I'll pray, like, don't whisper. Like, I'm not subtle. Like, please, this is not a time to make me really have to listen. Like God just yelled. Like in each of the decisions, he has basically been on a megaphone in front of my face. And the answer is just do this. It's never been why. And so there's a lot of faith in the steps, but it's not scary because you know it's the right thing. You may not know why, but if you ask for something and he gives it to you, you have to do it. Otherwise, you're going to, like, it's Nineveh, right? Like, you just have to do it.
I love that. And for all the people that are watching and think she's meant Panama City Beach, she did not mean Panama City Beach. she meant
Panama City, Panama.
beautiful, historic Panama.